Now we about to find out why the number 7 is important and its connection to Ptah. Okay, why is 7 important? 7 anagram is Venus. If you take the vowels out, it's VNS. And 7, when you take the vowels out, it's SVN, which is the same letters as Venus. So, this right here bring you to 7 is this basically the scepter. And scepter is a staff, like a rod, but it's curved in a 7 shape. Like you gripping a cane, like you gripping a scepter. Scepter represents power. So, or the staff, or a crook. You call it a crook, which represents power, creative powers, and mastery over the cosmic body and earth. So Africa is shaped like a 7, in some instance like a 9, really. But 7 represents the chariot card in tarot, in tarot reading or tarot, which is a Cancer moon card. So the chariot card represents mastery and victory and success anytime you pull that up and it's upright. But in reverse, that means you have a problem with this. That represents the L. When you turn the 7 around, you get an L like loss. So here you have it. When it's in the L shape, the mind ain't up high. The mind is to the ground. Just like in the word Libra, the L is to the ground. So it's practical thinking that's trying to go up, that's trying to become spiritual. But see, in the 7 shape, it's already spiritual, trying to go down to earth, bring this wisdom down to earth. So vice versa. So the 7 shape represents an angle, an angle, like 45 degrees angle, or angel. An angle represents an angel. And so this is a degree of God. An angel is a degree of the great spirit of God. And we know this is 45 degrees. 45 degrees also in numerology, the totality of the word Ptah represents 45 when you add up Ptah. We add up Ptah because the P is 16, the T is 20, and the A is 1, and the H is 8. So you add it up, you get 45. And so then you break down to 45, it's 4 plus 5, you get 9. So the ancient Neteru Ptah in the Bible name is Peter. Ptah is Peter in the Bible, especially in the New Testament. In the Latin, it's Pitah, or not Vita, but Peter, like Pita, or which means pie, a cake, or Bari. And Bari is a tribe that's in Cairo, which is Nilotic people, like Egyptian people, Sudan people, who is Southern Sudan, who speak the Bari language. So just like the Ptah language, basically saying Ptah or Peter language. So these words, you got to check them out, especially the anagram, the etymology, all that means something. So Bari means Burin, meaning house. So here you have cake, pie, house, which represents a form, a shape. A house is a shape, a cake is a shape, but it also represents a foundation. A cake has a foundation before, as it blow up. So does a pie, a foundation. So does a house. It has a shape, but it has a foundation, which is Ptah. So Ptah represents form and shapes. He's the master over forms and shapes, forming something and shaping it. And so he did manifestation. So it's all metaphor, symbolisms, and metaphysics. So Peter in the Bible is called the rock. Now the rock means solid, it means firm. Or like somebody, the rock is also like somebody being your rock, for example. You say, this is my rock right here. I mean, they're solid. Somebody could lean on its power, their strength. So Ptah represents a steady, firm strength and power over life and death, or life and matter, and also over transformation and manifestation by mastering the energy and overstanding vibration. And he knows how, Ptah knows how to use the vibration to heal, to build, to protect, to help, and destroy Ishfet. Ishfet is the opposite of Ma'at. Ma'at is truth. So Ishfet would be like lies and deception. But so Ma'at is truth and justice and balance. So Ishfet would be imbalance. So Ptah destroyed it because Ptah is actually the student of Ma'at, the one who learned Ma'at, the one who applied Ma'at, which is truth, justice, and balance. So in the word Ptah, the letter P is 16, it's the 16th letter. So 16, let's break this down. The 1 in the word, in 16, in the numeral 16 represents the sun, and 6 represents Venus. So when you add up 1 plus 6, you get 7, which is Neptune or the moon. And we got to use some Western words, Western astrology, all this ties in. Because you got to understand that this country, the USA, use Egyptian Egyptian concepts and ideas, but also Greek, but also Roman, but also German, all intertwined, and Latin, all intertwined. So I had to break you down with the same energy, give you understanding, and why Ptah is so important. And when they say we are the father in the Bible, it's Ptah, because he's one of the oldest Netarus in Kemet or Egyptian culture. So now, Ptah, getting back on it, the P, which is 16, you get 7. 7 represents the scepter, a staff. It's shaped like what it's shaped like. So the 7 is over the Ta, the T-A-H, the rest of the word Ptah, which is T-A-H, which means land, which means 7 is over earth or the physical world. So Ptah is the creator and maker of all things as a craft person. Ptah means also to make, to create, or to form, like you're making your reality, you're creating your reality, like you're crapping something together, putting these beads together. Also your foundation and your reality. So skepta becomes sculpture, like a sculpture, like carving and all that stuff you carving, you creating, which that take the L out, of sculpture. And the L is really a 7 when you turn it upside down. So the L is sitting up. So 7 in the meta language represents the boomerang. And if you look at the boomerang, it shapes like a 7. So is a check mark. It shapes like a 7. That's laying down, pointing upward. A Nike sign is also symbolized the number 7. So Ptah represents the all, a oneness of all vibration for the same source. So Ptah represents all degrees of energy to manifest. So if you know this power and you know how to manipulate this energy, bring all the elements together, you can manifest your reality. So Ptah is the master of vibration, the master of energy. So all is the universe. And the universe breaks down to uni. Uni means oneness of all. And verse means to convert or transform or to become. So all to become the master of yourself or themselves. So all to become the master of yourself, the master of destiny, the master of vibration. Ptah and the anagram word, which means when you switch the word around, which you can get out the same letters, is path. So anagram means we switch the word around. How many words you can create out the same word? You got path, which means destiny, a journey. So uni means everyone and everything. And verse means to bind or to turn, a spiral, or wheel. So everyone is spirit, which means spirit spirals. Everyone is spiral energy. And spiral energy is everywhere in your hair, your hands. You see it everywhere. Spiral energy, curves and spirals. So it's everywhere. So everything that is energy represents spiral, which is vibration. They're only different by degrees. And to become Ptah, you have to know yourself. Okay, the word Ptah, when you take the A out, you got P-T-H. In science, it means parathyroid. So paro means, which is P-A-R-A, means relating to. So relating to thyroid, which means the throat area. So what does it mean if it's the throat? It's the voice. So we think things into existence. We feel it and we speak it. Speak it is the key thing. And your thoughts speak even when you silence. It vibrates. Everything operates off of sound waves. So if everything operates off of sound waves, it means vibration, even the word. So when you write something down, it vibrates. Everything, even a table. So when you speak it, you manifest it. And this Ptah, or PTH, the thyroid, the throat area, chakra, which is the blue vortex right here. It's the blue vortex, the 5th energy vortex. And, fire deal with nature, right? So the thyroid is a large butterfly. The thyroid is a large butterfly. It's shaped like a large butterfly. The thyroid area, or the throat, which the endocrine, which means the hormone glands and the voice. So it's your voice box. And your voice box carries sound waves, vibration. And sound is noise, it's vibrational waves, words, and electromagnetic thoughts waves. That's what sound represents, all of this. So everything has sound to it, even the table. Every shape, every image, color, symbol, etc. carries a sound wave. So Ptah holds the Ankh, which represents life, and the Skepta, which means power, and the Deej, which is stability. So Ptah is the master of truth, justice, and relating to anything. So Ptah is creative speech, the master of beautiful faces, and Ptah is a great listener, so listening. Ptah voice manipulates and rules over the earthly vibrations and over people in the world. In Hebrew, Ptah is Mizraim, if I'm saying it right, Mizraim. But Ptah corresponds to the Roman or Greek. His I can't really pronounce the word, but it's Hephaestus. Estus, and the Vatican, which is the Pope. So your Pope would carry the energy of Ptah. So Freemasons use Ptah deeply. The reason why I can't pronounce the word, I research these words, and I type it down, I break it down myself. But I don't. I should have like went to pronunciation. I usually do that so I can know how to pronounce the word. But the Freemasons use Ptah deeply for their purposes. And we talk skills. Ptah deal with skills, the crafts person. They deal with creativity. Deals with being a professional. So Ptah represents masons, architects, blacksmiths, master builders, craftsperson, professionalism, creative people with power, metal workers, and more, etc. So like a butterfly transformed from a caterpillar, so is Ptah voice. Ptah voice grow and vibrates. Ptah grow and vibrates to manifest its reality. So Ptah doesn't ride the wave, but creates the wave. So this saying that we create our own reality. And we who know that self become Ptah. Ptah gemstone is lapis lazuli, the blue gemstone. His site is in Memphis, Egypt, or Kemet. So 7 Ta, that's what I call Ptah, which is Ptah is the great architect of the universe. And that's why they say universe, the great architect, which means over everything, every human, every form, every shape. But also the Tower card in the tarot reading, which is number 16, the Sun conjunction to Venus, which add up to 7, which is Neptune. So that Ptah represents in tarot the Tower card, which is Mars and Cancer. So this is Mars and Cancer in tarot. So now you understand uncannily the astral mask, breaking down the vibration of Ptah. Now you get to understand and feeling Ptah when you activate this in you. You know what I'm saying? It's giving you the sense of skills and professionalism, but give you some of that Capricorn-like energy a little bit. Even though they say Cancer, but also Cancer can't have Cancer without Capricorn because it's Cancer opposite, which creates a balance. So it's very powerful energy, very fiery, very watery. All the elements Ptah represents, because he over all the elements and bring all that together to create and manifest things in this earthly realm. So when you master yourself, you carrying out the Ptah vibration. You know what I'm saying? So now you get it. Use your power, the Ankh, and your staff, which is your mind, the rod, to navigate over the earthly plane and keep that deed. The 2 legs standing strong. That's like your deeds. Standing strong and on point, stability, both sides balance of the brain. That'll be the deed. So that being said, I'm out. Now you know the 7 is very sacred and very important. I could have said more, but just to the next video, I'm out.